Good evening, everyone. Good evening and Jai Hind. So, I hope all of you are doing well. Good evening, sir. According to WHO, इंडिया में 1.2 करोड़ ब्लाइंडनेस क्लाइंट है प्रेजेंट टाइम पर. तो जैसे ब्लड डोनेशन को इन्हांस किया गया है बाय कैंप. See, you know that eye donation can be done generally after the death of the person. Like even if someone is pledging eye donation, it can be generally done after the death of the person. So normally what happens that in our country, due to the cultural religions or due to the traditional setup in which we have been brought up, eye donation and especially after death of person becomes one of the most challenging tasks. One, there is lack of hospital. Second, there is this sentiment of people also. It has to be done in a timely manner. That's why there is lesser donation of the eyes. Okay. So that is the reason. So good evening, everyone. I hope I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Good evening. Now, first of all, welcome to the session. Last day we were talking about CRISPR-Cas9 technology, and we have also discussed about CAR T cell therapy. Prior to that, we have discussed about the fisherman issue also. Now, in today's topic, in today's session, we are going to see certain topics. Like the first topic which we are going to discuss, this is like mains related mainly, and here we are talking about the defense exports from India. Defense exports from India. So this is part of your GS paper 2 also, because it is part of our policy and even part of your GS paper 3. Okay. So GS paper 2 as well as GS paper 2 as well as paper 3. That is one thing which we see in this question. The second thing is, we will also talk about this World Social Protection Report. This report is given by ILO, and we are going to see from the mains perspective again here that what steps has been taken by government, what different schemes are running to enhance the social sector coverage in India. This is going to be one of the most important article for today. This is part of your GS paper 1 and GS paper 2. Society and social justice, it is part of that. Here we will see some facts and figures with respect to the social status in India, the social sector coverage in India, and then we will see what government schemes has been launched for this. Okay. Third part which we are going to see is internet shutdown in India. We are going to see that what has been the or how many incidences of internet shutdown has been there in India and what are the implication of it. We will also try to examine what are the causes behind these internet shutdown, and then we will also talk about this one, emission intensity. So here again we are going to look from GS paper 3. This is again part of your GS paper 3. This is part of your GS paper 2. So today we are having some articles with respect to mains mostly. So we are going to discuss that topic. See, people are not easily willing to donate any part of the person who are dead. Okay. Second thing is like when we are talking about eye donation, it has to be done in a timely manner. It has to be done in a timely manner. So suppose that if a person has died and eyes has to be donated, then first of all we need those facilities where eye donation can be done. So since people are not that much willing to lose any part of their loved ones after their death, that is one of the reason. Then availability of clinics is also one of the reason. Third thing is awareness among the people. There are very less number of people who are pledging to donate their eyes. Okay. So that is one part. Now, so before we go into this, let us see certain questions. We have this one question with reference to UNESCO World Heritage Site. Consider the following statement. A site must have cultural, natural or mixed significance to be designated as UNESCO World Heritage Site. Once a site is listed as World Heritage Site, it remains on the list permanently and cannot be removed. India has both cultural and natural heritage sites recognized by UNESCO. How many of the above statements are correct? Sunny, for economy, you can go by any book like there is a book of economy by Sanjeev Verma. Plus, there is also this one book, I think right now you'll find that there is one economy book which is quite much popular. I think it is written by Nitin Singhania. So you can go through that also. Okay. Otherwise, you can simply go through your class notes, previous year topics plus mock test. That will also be sufficient. B option and C option. Okay. So see, if we look at this question, the first statement is saying that it must be having this cultural, natural or mixed significance. So that one is correct. Second is saying that once listed, it cannot be removed. So that is incorrect. If the site is not well protected, if it is not conserved in a well manner, in a good manner, then it can be removed from that site also. Okay. So yes, removal can also be there. Third part is there. India has both cultural and natural heritage sites. So that one is correct. So here the answer will be option number B. Option number B. Question number second. With reference to CAR-T cell therapy, consider the following statement. It is a type of immunotherapy that uses genetically modified T cells to target and destroy cancer cells. The therapy involves extracting a patient T cells, modifying them in a lab and reinfusing them into the body. CAR-T cell therapy is effective against all types of cancer, including solid tumors. Question number 2. CAR-T cell therapy. Last day we have discussed about this. B option. Yes. Here again, if you look at this, first one is correct. Second one is also correct. The third one is saying that effective against all type of cancer. This one statement is incorrect. It is particularly effective against the blood type of cancer or blood related cancer. But in case of solid tumors, it is not that much effective. Okay. So it is mostly effective through the through all those cancers which are related with blood. So here our answer is again option number B, only 2. Okay. Coming to one more question. With reference to CRISPR-Cas9 technology, consider the following statement. It is a gene editing technology that allows scientists to modify DNA sequences with high precision. It was originally discovered as a defense mechanism in bacteria against viral infection. The use of CRISPR-Cas9 technology is legally permitted for human germline editing in all countries. In all countries. Okay. So with reference to CRISPR-Cas9 technology, consider the following statements. First is saying it is a gene editing technology that allows scientists to modify DNA sequence with high precision. Second is saying it was originally discovered as a defense mechanism in bacteria against viral infection. Third is saying the use of CRISPR-Cas9 technology is legally permitted for human genome editing in all countries. So, what will be correct here? A option. Which one is incorrect? See, if we look at this, if we look at the first part, it is saying it is a gene editing technology that allows scientists to modify DNA sequences with high precision. So that one is correct. That one is correct, that it can give the option of gene editing. Okay. So that one part is correct. Second one is saying that it was originally discovered as a defense mechanism in bacteria against viral. So we have seen that also in the last session. So second one is also correct here. Now the third statement is saying that the use of CRISPR-Cas9 technology is legally permitted for human germline editing in all countries. So this is not allowed. In fact, in India also, human germline editing will mean that we are going for the designer baby concept, human germline editing. So that will go for designer baby concept. So that is not permitted in many countries, including India. Including India, we do not have that concept of 3-parent baby or others. Okay. So this is not allowed, and here it is saying that legally permitted for human germline editing in all countries. The third option is incorrect. Answer here will be option number B, only 2. Okay. So that answer here is option B, only 2. Okay. So this was the case. Now, coming to the topic for today, the first topic is defense export of India. Defense export of India. So we are going to start with this one topic. Okay. And here we are going to see that how much increase has been there in case of India's export in the recent years. Okay. So let me show you some graph. Okay. See, in 2014-15, our export was just at 1941 crore. Rupees 1941 crore. That was our total export in 2014-15. But over the last 10 years, what we see that now our export in 2023-24, it is at a very high level of rupees 21,083 crore. So you can see there is a significant jump in the export of defense equipments from India. India was one of the top importers of the defense equipments from 2018 to 2022. India was in fact the largest importer of defense items in the entire world. But now we see that there is an increased focus on indigenization here. There is an increased focus on indigenization. And as a result, we are not only becoming self-reliant, but also we are emerging as one of the major defense exporters. Still, we are not there in top 10. We are still not there in top 10. But now we have started to export our defense items also. And over the last 10 years, there has been a significant growth here in our defense export. Okay. So this is one part. Second thing, what we see that it is not for one country or two countries. India is exporting to more than 100 plus countries. So our export basket is also diversified. Okay. So what we see that our export destination, this is quite diversified. It is very diversified. Very diversified. We are selling to 100 plus nations. 100 plus nations. Okay. And it's not that the smaller countries are only our buyers. It's not simply that the smaller countries are buying our equipments. Our major export destination is US, France and Armenia. Our major export destination, number one export destination is United States. Second number is France. And third number is Armenia. Okay. So if you look at the two major export destinations of India, that is US and France. So these are the states or these are the countries where we are exporting some things. Okay. And at the same time, there is one more positive part. Okay. See here. What we see that there is also a 21% participation of private sector. So now what we see that this private sector is also growing in our defense industry. Okay. This private sector is also growing in our defense industry. It is not only government dominated, but even private sector is there. So this is one part, 21% participation of private sector. Okay. Then at the same time, what we see that our value of production, it has jumped almost like multiple times. The internal or domestic production, there is also a 3x jump. Okay. So production is also increased by 3%. Sorry, 3 times. 3 times means 300% almost. Okay. So this is one thing which we see here, that our production is very much higher. It is like moving at a very huge rate. We are also seeing that there is a significant participation of the private sector. Then we also see this part, that our export basket is also diversified. So these all are positive parts of our defense equipment. Okay. And see, what are the major defense exports? What are the major defense export items? So here we see that ships. The ships are one of the major part is ships. This account for almost 61%. Okay. And another important part is aircraft, sensors and armored vehicles. So there are 4 major items. One is aircraft. Then we have armored vehicles, and we also have sensors. So these are the major item of exports from India. Ships, armored vehicles, aircraft and sensors. So these are emerging. So we are not only the seller of bullets and defense gears, for example helmets and bulletproof jackets. They are of course part of it. But now we can see that the major value which is coming from is armored vehicles, sensors, aircraft and ships. Yes, our missiles are not that much exported right now, but we see that other things, armored vehicles, sensors or aircrafts, they are also in the demand, and ships are there, which is also there in demand. Okay. So that is one part, that what is the major item of defense export from India. Okay. So this is one thing, like we see that our defense export has been growing in this time of in this last 10 to 15 years. We have seen enormous growth in this region. Okay. I hope that is clear. Can India make this type of technology? Only depends on other countries. No, India is developing its own technologies. Of course, we are not too much of advanced in that. On the case of aircrafts, we are still there in 4.5 generation. We are yet to get a full-fledged 5th generation aircraft. We are waiting for a long time for getting 6th generation aircraft. But a little bit of modification is there, a little bit of change is there in case of our defense production. Okay. See, Hardik, the thing is, this class is exclusively for English medium. For Hindi medium, we are having separate class. So you can join that at 6 p.m. Okay. Now, coming to the next article, there is one report, World Social Protection Report. This is part of your GS paper 2. Okay. In the mains, this will be related with GS paper 2 and GS paper 3. Sorry, GS paper 1 and GS paper 2. Social coverage. So it is part of your society and social justice. Okay. Now, what is the report saying about? What has been the main focus of the report? What it has said? Let us try to see that, and then we will see that what are the different schemes which has been launched in India for social security. But before we go into that, can you tell me what is social security? Can you tell me that what do we mean by this social security? It has said that the news article reads, remarkable rise in India's social security coverage. So what is the meaning of the term social security? Anyone? What is the meaning of this? So what is the meaning of this social security coverage? Internal and external security of a country. See, social security here means that people have got certain things like pension, like insurance, food security, health facilities, education, etc. They are the portions of, or even financial inclusion. Financial inclusion. So they are the portions, or they are the things which indicate that a country is having social security. Social security means like they are getting some of the basic benefits. The insurance like things are there, health facilities are there, education facilities are there. So these are the basic part of our social security. These are the basic part of social security. Okay. Now this report says that there is a remarkable rise in India's social security coverage. Okay. So what it is saying, it says that if we talk about certain facts and figures, it says that in India, around 49% of the people are having some at least one type of social security. Okay. 49% of the population, 49% of population have got at least one social protection. One social protection means it has got at least, maybe they are having any type of insurance, health insurance or LIC or Suraksha Bima Yojana or anything like that, or they are getting some benefit of health, education or other facilities. Okay. So it says that around 49% of the population of India is now getting at least one. Okay. Earlier it was just 24%. Earlier this was only 24%. Now it has jumped to 49%. Okay. It has also said one more thing, like ILO itself, it has said that if we talk about the different segments of population, there again we have certain figure. Okay. So it says if we talk about children here means those who are having age from 0 to 15 years. Those who are having 0 to 15 years, so among the children, there is at least 51.9% with at least one social protection scheme. Okay. Then the mother with newborns, here we see that they have got 58.9%. See, they are one of the most vulnerable section of our society. The children who are there, the pregnant women who are there, or women with newborns, they are one of the most vulnerable section. Okay. Then there are people who have got some disabilities. There are persons with severe disabilities. Persons with severe disability. Now here the percentage is quite low. only around 18.3%, only 18.3% are receiving some of the benefits. Okay. So that is one part. Plus, there is one more section, older people. Older people. So in this case of older people, we see that around 45.9% are having some social protection. 45.9%. So that we see that across the various sections, across women, across children, across older people and persons with disabilities, we see that persons with disabilities are having very low coverage, but all others are having either around 50 or more than 50% coverage now. Okay. So in the recent years, this social protection has grown. We are now having more number of people covered with some of the social protection scheme as we used to have 5 or 10 years ago. So that is an improvement from the side of governance. Okay. What we see that overall, if we include the health plus other social schemes, other social sector schemes, if we look at them, this account for nearly 5% of GDP. Okay. The budgetary allocation, the budget allocation on the social sector, including health, is near about 5%. Okay. So we see that now this figure is great, like getting enhanced day by day. Even though the budgetary allocation has not been enormously high, but at least coverage is getting better gradually. At least they are getting benefit of one social scheme now. So that is an improvement as per the ILO, International Labour Organization. Okay. Now, there is one thing that why we have got all these improvements. What schemes has been run by government for this? Can you tell me some schemes? The schemes by government. Can you tell me some schemes by government which has helped in enhancing the social protection in India? Any scheme? Can you tell me some of the schemes which has been instrumental in doing though? Yes, Ayushman Bharat. Definitely. Ayushman Bharat is one such a scheme. Now we see that for the elderly people, for all those elderly people who are above the age of 70 years, Ayushman Bharat has been implemented now. Okay. So now we will see that even for elderly people, now there will be much more coverage because they are automatically eligible now. Okay. So what we see that, yes, there are a number of schemes starting from MG Narega. MG Narega. That was one scheme which provided for employment. Then another scheme which we can see from here is National Food Security Act. It provided that food security. Then we have seen the Jan Dhan Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Okay, Jan Dhan Yojana. So this was one of the scheme which provided for financial inclusion. Financial inclusion. Then we see Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana. That was also part of it. Then we have Atal Pension Yojana. Atal Pension Yojana. Okay. Then we have also seen like Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana. Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana. Then again, Ayushman Bharat scheme. Ayushman Bharat scheme. Then midday meal scheme. Midday meal. Okay. Then we have seen even this what we see that in the recent times we have this Matru Vandana Yojana also, Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana also for pregnant women. Okay. So Matru Vandana Yojana. Matru Vandana Yojana. So that is also providing 5,000 rupees to pregnant women. Okay. So there are a number of schemes. We have written just a few of them. Then there are so many other schemes also which are providing some sort of like empowerment, some sort of security to the various sections of the society. There are various schemes for disabled persons also. There are schemes for other sections of the society. There is Asmita Yojana also. So many schemes are there which is helping the various sections of the society. EPFO is also there. Government is providing various PF and other facilities there. Okay. So they are all part of this. Social sector initiatives by the government which has enhanced the social protection regime in India. Okay. Now, what are the challenges in the present times? Okay. What are the challenges? What are the challenges which still remain? One of the major challenges, inclusion and exclusion error. One of the main challenges, inclusion and exclusion error. Even after so much of digitization, even after having Aadhaar card and all facilities, we are still seeing that this inclusion and exclusion error is still there. Some of the people are not able to get the benefit because they are having lack of Aadhaar cards or other schemes, okay, other documents. So inclusion and exclusion error is still there. Then we have another challenge, that is this leakage of fund. Leakage of fund means the corruption, the bribery which still prevails in the various schemes of the government. Okay. Now the thing is, they are not like cheating the money. They are not like directly taking the money from the bank. They are not directly like giving lesser money, but they are asking for some money in order to get your work done. Suppose if you want to have a Ayushman Bharat card or you want to have any other card, then there are certain middlemen who say that, okay, I will get your Aadhaar card or Ayushman card get properly done if you pay me some amount. So that is supposed to be a free initiative by government, but then there is existence of middleman due to complexities in the system. Due to the complexities in the system, there is existence of middleman who charge those bribes or corruption. Okay. So that is one of the issue. That is one of the issue, that there is existence of middleman and leakage of funds. Then there is another important part, that while the social sector schemes are there, the amount which is provided under them is not that much impactful. For example, if we talk about PM Kisan, Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi, in that there is allotment of 6,000 rupees per month, which means 6,000 rupees per year, which means 500 rupees per month per family. 500 rupees per month per family. 1 month monthly recharge is also higher than that. Okay, and that is a basic necessity in the present times. Okay, so 500 rupees per month per family is a very meager amount. Okay, so meager amount secured under social protection schemes. Then of course, what we see that the schemes are not even being implemented across all the district in the full manner. The funds lapse, but it doesn't reaches the people. Okay. So lack of effective implementation. Lack of effective implementation. Like funds lapse, but then people are getting not such any benefit from it. Okay. There is another part, huge burden on the exchequer. Okay. Huge burden on exchequer means on the public money. Already there is a huge burden on the public money, and while India has a lot of other challenges, giving just the funds in social service is one of the challenging aspect for India. Okay. So I hope this is clear that what are the challenges with respect to social sector scheme. And despite all these challenges, what we have seen that there has been considerable improvement. In this social sector coverage in India that has been appreciated even by ILO, International Labour Organization. We have even gone for simplification of labor codes, wages and all other things have also been improved. So that is also part of the schemes which we are doing. Okay. Now, if we talk about ILO, International Labour Organization, we have discussed about this, but there are some other reports which are published by this organization. One is World Employment and Social Outlook Report, Global Wage Report, World Social Protection Report, World Report on Child Labor, Global Employment Trends for Youth. So these are some of the reports. ILO publishes other reports also, but these are some of the major reports which are also published by ILO. Sometimes in the prelims exam, you get the questions on this, that what are the reports published by a particular organization. So here we have World Employment and Social Outlook, Global Wage Report, World Social Protection, World Report on Child Labor, Global Employment Trend for the Youth. Okay. So that is our World Social Sector Report, World Social Protection Report, and India's performance in that. Okay. Now, coming to the third article. The third article is with respect to internet shutdown in India. Internet shutdown. This year, India is not the top country. That is a matter of relief for us. India is not the top country. Okay. But India is the second number country in terms of internet shutdown. So what we see that internet shutdown, like highest, it has been highest in 2024. In India, there has been 84 incidences of internet shutdown. In Myanmar, there has been 85. See what countries we are getting compared with. Myanmar, it has got 85. India, it has got 84. Then we have Pakistan. Pakistan has got 21. Then we have Russia. Russia has also got this 13. Ukraine has got 7. Okay. So just look at this, that who are the countries with which India is getting compared with. India is getting compared with Myanmar. You know that in Myanmar right now there is no such democratic government. There is military government. It has got 85 internet shutdowns. In Pakistan, you know what is the condition of government. Still, it has got 23 internet shutdowns. In Russia, there is dictatorship. Still, there is 13. In Pakistan, it is 21. In Russia, it is 13. In Ukraine, also, it is 7. In India, where we have a democratically elected system, a judiciary, which is also upholding the fundamental rights of people. Now, in that situation, we are having 84 incidences of internet shutdown in 1 year, the second highest in the world. The second highest in the world. So definitely, this is not a very good news for us. Okay. So why we are having this internet shutdown? Okay. What are the regions? What are the regions for which we are having internet shutdown? Okay. What are the reasons behind this? One of the main reasons which has been identified is exams. Yes, can you imagine this? Internet has been shut down in India for conducting examination. Okay. The entire city or entire state has suffered from internet shutdown due to examination. Okay. So this is the level of challenge for governance. Government is not able to conduct a single exam without internet shutdown. The government is not able to conduct an exam without internet shutdown. That is the level of governance. Okay. Like Jharkhand has shut down internet for conducting various examinations. Like after 75, 77 years of independence, are we expecting this from the government, that you have to shut down the internet for conducting just one single exam? Okay. That is definitely one of the main challenges. One of the challenges, exam related internet shutdowns. Then what we see that, then of course there are other regions like law and order. Law and order. Then there are situations which has been cited for this, national security. National security. National security. Then again, what we see that it has been there in the areas of religious and ethnic conflicts. Religious and ethnic conflicts. So due to these factors, we have seen that there has been internet shutdown in India. Okay. Like for this region, if any government is shutting down the internet, then it is a matter of shame for that government that you are not able to conduct an exam without internet shutdown. Why you are having all the machineries then? Okay. Then of course law and order issue and national security is of prime factor. But then again, we have to examine this, that is the internet shutdown the way forward for controlling all these things? For law and order situation, if we are continuously shutting down the internet, then it seems that our law and order situation is out of the control of police and all. That for having law and order situation, if we have to continuously impose internet shutdown, so what is the police doing then? Why there is no faith in the police? Why people are not believing in the police and their information? Why internet is emerging as a source of rumor? Okay. So that is one of the challenge. These are the factors which we see, that due to these factors, on these accounts, internet has been shut down in India. Okay. What is the impact of this? What is the impact? There are multiple impacts of it. One of the major impact is economic impact. Economic impact is also there. There is disruption of the business. Okay. So one of the major thing which we see here is business disruption. Business disruption. Okay. There is also financial losses. Due to internet shutdown, there is impact on the business, there is financial loss. Okay. Then we also see that there is a social impact. There is a social impact also. In social impact, the first thing is this violation of violation of digital rights. Internet has been like recognized by the Supreme Court as a basic right. Access to internet has been recognized as a basic right, as a fundamental right. So disruption or internet shutdown is a continuous violation of that fundamental rights. Okay. So violation of fundamental rights. Okay. Then we also see that if there is suspension of internet in the present times, we are having internet as a major tool for education, and education is one of the fundamental rights. So educational disruptions are also there. Educational disruptions. And if someone is saying that suppose if we are shutting down the internet for 24 hours, it is not a major impact. Do any government authorities allow a student to write for 24 extra minutes in the examination? If any government says that suppose if we are suspending the internet for 5 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours or 24 hours, it is not a major disruption. You should have been prepared for this in advance. So will the government allow any student to write for 5 minutes extra in the exam or 15 minutes extra in the exam? The answer is no. You will not allow a student to write for 24 minutes extra, but you are able to suspend the internet for 24 hours in one area. So that is a disruption of the educational right of the person. Okay. Then nowadays, even the healthcare facilities, telehealth and all, so that is also getting impacted. On one hand, we are promoting this that India is a digital India, and the main foundation of that digital India is internet, and India is marked by the highest number of shutdown of internet in the entire world. Like why we are even comparing with Myanmar? If Myanmar is having 85 internet shutdown and we are having 84, it means we are in the worst condition. Myanmar is going through a very troubled phase. It is having this like a military rule, rebel groups and all. We are not having the same situation in India, and still we have got 84 internet shutdowns. So that is also one of the impact. Then what we see that many a times internet has also been shut down for like opposing the dissent against government forces. Okay. So there is also a democratic like loss. Okay. It also creates a democratic loss. It leads to curtailing of dissent or free speech. And this is the one which also widens the trust deficit. Okay. It creates the mistrust between the government and the citizens. Okay. So it increases, this also increases the trust deficit between citizen and government. Between citizen and government. So these are the impacts of this. Like this internet shutdown, that is one of the major challenge for all these sectors, the economic, social and democratic loss. Okay. Then what is the observation of Supreme Court here? Supreme Court. So Supreme Court has given this one judgment in Anuradha Bhasin versus Union of India in 2020. Okay. Anuradha Bhasin versus Union of India. This is the case of 2020. Okay. So here it has said that internet access is a fundamental right. Okay. Internet access, a fundamental right under Article 19. that internet access is a fundamental right under Article 19. Okay. It says that a indefinite shutdown is unconstitutional. Okay. It says that indefinite internet shutdown, this is unconstitutional. If there is indefinite internet shutdown, government simply announces that from today internet will be suspended. So that is unconstitutional. Okay. Even it says that like there can be a judicial review of internet shutdown. Okay. So it also says that mandated periodical judicial review of internet shutdown. So this is why this is the judgment of Supreme Court in Anuradha Bhashin, that this indefinite internet shutdown is basically a violation, unconstitutional thing, and there must be a judicial review of it from time to time. Okay. So I hope that part is clear, that how this internet shutdown is there, what is the impact, why this is there, and what has been the Supreme Court observation regarding this. I hope this part is clear. Now, coming to one last topic, which is with respect to emission intensity. Okay. One last topic which we have for today is emission intensity. Okay. Now, what is this news? And in the last classes also, some of you were saying to cover the environment related articles. So see, right now there is only announcement of many things that this will be done, this will be done. So let it be done first, then we will cover it. So right now again it has been said that emission intensity targets to be released by month end. Okay. That what will be the emission intensity targets of the industries that is going to be released by the end of this month. End of this month may mean March also. Okay. So we expect that like by the end of the March, okay, by the end of the March we can have some clarity over this, that what will be the emission intensity targets of different industries. Okay. But there are certain basic things which we can cover here for the time being. One thing is called as carbon market. One thing is called as carbon market, and there is another thing, carbon credit. So these are two basic things which we are going to cover here, carbon market and carbon credit. So can you tell me what is this carbon credit? Anyone who can tell me this carbon credit? What is carbon credit? Any idea about this? What is carbon credit? No idea. See, basically carbon credit is like this. Like suppose that there is industry X. Okay. This is an industry. This is releasing, let us say that it releases on an average 100 tons of CO2. Let us say that it is releasing 100 ton of CO2. Okay. But then let us say that in 2024 it was releasing 100 tons of CO2. Now in 2025, suppose that it works on its technology and reduces the emission. It works on the technology and reduces the emission, and in 2025, let us say it is releasing only 99 ton of CO2. So it has led to reduction of 1 ton of carbon dioxide. It has led to reduction of 1 ton of carbon dioxide. So for this reduction, it is going to get 1 carbon credit. 1 carbon credit. Like it has reduced 1 ton of carbon dioxide, so it will get 1 carbon credit. Now let us say that it was given a target by that 2028. Let us say it was given a target. It was given a target that by 2028 you have to bring it down to 80 ton. You have to bring it down to 80 ton. That was the target, and it was able to achieve. It was able to bring it down to 70 ton. It was able to bring it down to 70 ton. So in that situation, it is going to earn 30 credits. It is going to earn 30 credits. Now, how much target it was given? It was given 20 ton reduction, but it has done 30 tons reduction. So it has got plus 10 credit. It has got this plus 10 credit. Now this company can sell this to anyone else. Let us say that we have another company Y. It was also emitting 100 ton, and it was also given a target to reduce up to 80 ton. But in 2028, it is still releasing 90 tons of CO2. So it is in a deficit of 10 carbon credit. It is in a deficit of 10 carbon credit, and this X company has got plus 10 carbon. It required 20 only, but it has reduced 30. So it has got extra 10 carbon. Extra 10 carbon credit. So now this extra 10 will be sold here. Will be sold here. This Y company will give money to, it will give money to this X company that give me these carbon credits, I will pay you the money. Because for government, we have to show that we have got 20 carbon credits. Okay. So while carbon credit is equivalent to the amount of carbon dioxide reduced, 1 carbon credit is equal to 1 ton of carbon dioxide reduced or removed from the atmosphere. Reduced or removed from the atmosphere. Okay. So that is 1 carbon credit. And the market where this carbon credit is exchanged between different companies or different parties is called as carbon market. So the market in which this is sold, the platforms on which this carbon credit is sold, it is called as carbon market. Okay. So I hope you get this idea. What is carbon credit? What is carbon market? That what is this carbon credit and what is this carbon market? I think from this example, you can get the idea that what will be called as carbon credit and what will be called as carbon market. Okay. So once, no. I am fine. I am fine. It may be there because a little bit weather change, but I am fine. Okay. So thank you for asking. That will be all for today. Okay. And then tomorrow we have Mahashivratri. So tomorrow there is no such class in the evening. We will meet day after tomorrow, that is on Thursday. So tomorrow even morning class will not be there. From 8 AM there is no such class tomorrow. We will have the class day after tomorrow. Tomorrow there is Mahashivratri. So I wish you all a very happy Mahashivratri. May God bless you and you get all the success. Okay. So Abhay, I think for 2026, it will be announced very soon. Right now, we have the batches going on for 25, and for 26, I think by April or May, we may have announcement of new batch. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone. Let's meet on Thursday then, and on Thursday we will discuss the current affairs and other topics. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care and happy Mahashivratri to all of you. Okay. Thank you.